Hello everyone, this is Team 27 and this is Venkat Gandhar and I'm going to show what our team has done till now. So I'll just show the working of our software, our website. Just let me share my screen first. Okay, so this is our project file and here is the terminal. So just show me, I'm going to show you how our project is going to work. So Soccer Hero is basically where all the code is. After we run this command python manage.py run server, the server begins and it gives this HTTP server. So just let me copy this and paste this. So this is the website and this is the server which it's running on. So the changes that we made from the last time are we have come up with the registration page, that is sign up page, and the login page. We were previously doing this, but we did not have the backend for this. So we were using Spring Boot. We tried using the Spring Boot. We could not integrate it. So we had to migrate it from Spring Boot to Django. So we had to again migrate everything from Java, and we changed everything into Python. So just let me show how our registration page works. So this is where you give your first name and your last name. Basically, this is just filling out your form. Let me just do this real quick. Just to be sure, I'll just give an easy name. Let it be 4x's. The password be password@45. Sorry guys, there's email right there. xyz@gmail.com something. Okay, so let password@a be the password and age 23. So once the user is successfully registered, it just sends you directly into the login page and it shows that user has been created successfully. So let me give my name, the xxxx that we gave, and the password is password@a capital. Once it gets successfully logged in, you can either save your password or not, doesn't matter. So here you see the player info, their first name, the user ID, their contact details, their email, which you give during the registration. And basically this is all, this page only comes to an authorized person. So now if there's another player who wants to log in and check all these details, you can just log out and another person can log in. So these are the fixture and themes that we are working on currently. We haven't completed them yet. We'll be working them in the next sprint. So just let me show how the logout works too. So this is how logout, it logs out and it goes into the home page. So that's all for the working of the website till now. So we are working on other pages too. So since we migrated from Spring Boot to Django, it has been a lot of extra burden to take on. So now my friend Nikhil will continue and share his views on how the work has been distributed and how it's been going on from past few sprints.
Okay, so let me share my screen. I'll be basically showing our Tiger board. So yeah, just a second. So this is how Springboard, the second sprint looks. So we basically added a few user stories, and every user story has its own task assigned for them. And then, so initially, so the first user story is the authentication for the login page, so that only specific users can access the application. So a few tasks related to that are adding the validations that are performed, retrieving the details, creating authorized users, and then things like that. This was done by me, Nikhil Alapati Nikhil. Then the second, again, another task is that there's a fixture space that we've added, as you've seen. So this is, that's for listing out the matches that are being played. So in initial creation of the page, and the fixture spaces was done by Krishna Chandra Sen, and then the UI elements that you've seen, the few details that you've seen in the application were done by Paniteja Inaganti. And then we've also created a Teams panel Teams panel. So the Teams panel, basically a Teams page, so that you can see the players that are being list of players that teams that are playing the application. So the entire thing was created by Venkat Gandhar. I actually missed out on another task which Venkat did. So this homepage that of the homepage that we showed about an authorized for authorized users, that was also done by Venkat. And then so we actually, as initially when we were using Springboard, we had to link the front end and back end. So that's what we did. So that's what Nikhil Kumar Korakuti did. He integrated the databases, he integrated the front end, the back end, and all of that. This is how our sprint 2 looks. Now let's move to the next sprint 3. So yeah, so we've added quite a few tasks in sprint 3. At least if we compare that to in the previous sprint, because we got a good understanding of how the tasks must be divided into sprints and user stories and all of that. So let me explain what all that we've done. So there's a referee page that we've added, and then so that referee page actually gives information about a very generic information about referees and being a referee. It also has a Google form which a referee needs to fill if he wants to, stand in a match for the in the tournament. So that initial referee page is done by me, Nikhil Alabati. And after that, we were linked another referee responsibility page, which basically tells the responsibilities of a referee once he gets selected, and the match fees that a referee can obtain. So let's say that we have divided the tournaments into different age groups. So initially, so a different one age group has one kind of a pay scale, and another age group has another kind of pay scale. So that is all those details would be available on that website, on that page. So all of this responsibilities, referee responsibility is done by Krishna Chandra Sen. Then we've also created a social media page for us in Facebook, specifically in Facebook and Twitter, so that when we try to access that, when we try to, so our initial thought to create this page was that nowadays social media is the go-to thing that spreads news. So we just wanted the people to, and we know that people are active on social media. So any content related to a tournament would be posted on a social media page, and for all the users to log in, to get the news about the tournament, can access the social media. So for that, we've added the social media part. It's a small panel, it's a box that we've added in every page of ours, so that users can easily access them. And then, as Venkat already told you, there was a migration done because we had some problems with the Spring Boot and initial setup of us, so we had to change that to Python, and then the DB that we use is SQLite 3. So all the migration for existing code that was done by Venkat. I'll come back to the 7th, but yeah, let's go with the next one. So we also have authentication related functionalities and logout functionalities in the application. So the authentication related functionality is done by Krishna Chandra Sen again. Oh, I'm sorry. This social media was done by Nikhil Kumar Korakuti. My mistake. Okay, moving back to this. And then we did logout requests of few pages of ours when the user logs into the application and wants to chooses to log out of the application. He has to click on that logout button, and then so that button and the requests that are handled that was done by Funny. After that, we also created authentication tables, permission tables, so that we can store the credentials and permissions that are in the application. This was also done by Nikhil Kumar Korakuti, and uh, and then maybe a few more details is we had inserted data into permissions, and all of that was done by Faniteja and Naganti. We so all in all it almost went good except for the notification panel. We were unable to we were unable to pick that up in this sprint. So we are actually planning to move this to the next sprint and complete that. It's basically a notification panel that can be shown, just for good quick notifications as to what's coming next. Okay, so that's with sprint 3. Then moving on to sprint 4. This is how our plan is. This is what we're planning for the next sprint. We want to add a statistics panel which shows the player statistics, and then maybe a payment gateway or a payment application, so that a user can set up the payments and all. And then we already have this fixtures page, so we just want to add the backend processing for the fixtures page. And also we're planning to add hospitality in this sprint as well, maybe when list of hotels and restaurants and things like that are near to the football, where football near to places where football matches are being held, and some additional details for the referee, so that referee can be mapped to a specific match, a specific referee match page which can tell the referee which match he's supposed to stand in and things like that. And again, as a developer, we want to populate that pre-match page so that he gets the exact information. So yeah, that's about the project. This is what we've planned for the upcoming sprint. And yeah, thank you. That will be all for the video.
Thank you, everyone.